Hey guys, I'm talking to my fellow Canadians. I'm coming at you from Toronto.
Hello.
Hey! Yeah, you've got the Canadian component right here.
I
Of the
do. How
place.
lucky can I be this morning? Seriously. And of course, season two was all shot here in Toronto. I think season one you guys did in Hamilton, correct?
Yeah, we shot some in Hamilton
Some
as
in
well.
Hamilton,
Yeah, a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, well, two great cities, nothing to complain about. It's all good. Congratulations on season two. Now, first off, before we start diving in and trying to get some secrets out of you guys, why do you think this show has connected with people? Because it's extremely popular.
Thank you. Well, I think why the show is doing so well and connecting with people is there is something for everybody. Not only do we have many different types of people represented in our show and complex characters, but there's a little bit of almost every genre.
Yeah.
There's mystery, there's drama, there's romance, there's action, there's sci-fi, there's a little bit of teleporting, and actually there's a little bit of we add a little bit of comedy in season two.
That's very true.
A
Yes.
little bit.
Fun.
Yes.
It's fun. A lot of people talk about how dark it is, but it is actually pretty fun too.
That's good to hear because, yes, season one was a little bit dark. But what's really cool about this show and what I find is it's a very different kind of young adult series. It's very realistic. We really get a feeling of what, of how teens, how kids feel. And do you think that that's attributed to more or less because it's a YouTube show so that you can be a little freer with how you give us these characters?
I think so. I think the fact that YouTube is really quite open and collaborative has certainly helped. But our showrunner, Lauren LaFranc, she is one of the best, and it's sophisticated storytelling, really, because she knows the audience is smart. So she plays to that and has created very gray, complex characters that I think everybody can see themselves in one way or another. And that's the best storytelling, that's what happens. And so with Lauren leading us, that I think is what appeals to a lot of people.
Yes, we're in love with Lauren, and again, YouTube as well, allowing Lauren to take that way of doing things and just really allowing us to go slowly and develop something naturally, which I don't know if everyone will let us do that.
Yeah.
Thanks, YouTube.
And YouTube is a home for so many authentic young voices too. So you really can't go in there and try to write the slang of the young people or teenagers that speak really heightened like some shows do. It's really kind of true and grounded.
Yeah, it is. It's good to see that, and I think you're right. This is why people are loving it and connecting with it, and wanting to see more about these characters. Was there anything about the characters or the stories, or what we saw in season one, and that we'll see in season two, that resonated with any of you?
I almost feel like there are elements of our own characters that resonate with us, I'm sure.
For everybody,
I mean, for me, an overarching theme for our season is identity, but with Jenna specifically, we kind of hint at her figuring out who she is in season one, and we really delve into that more in season two. And it's something I can really relate to with Jenna is that she cares so much about the people that she loves, and she focuses on doing what she can to make their lives easier and to make them happy, but sometimes to her detriment. And in season two, she really focuses on herself in some moments, and we get to see that a bit more.
Yeah, and the character I played, Deputy Anna Halche, she's a cop in this small town, and she comes in to Reston, a woman in a man's world at the cop shop. So I can relate to that on some levels. And also she's one of the only black faces in the town. And so also that feeling of isolation, that feeling of not being understood and not having much community, that is something that I can also understand and relate to. So that's kind of where Anna and I fuse. And it's been exciting to explore her a little bit more in season two as we peel back some layers and start to see kind of what can unhinge Anna a little bit, and playing that kind of line was really fun too.
And I play Towns Linderman. Oh, sorry?
How about you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I really related to my character. He's incredibly earnest and knows what he loves and maybe a little bit obsessive about it, like I was in high school and still am today, and a little bit of an outsider and sometimes removes himself from like the norms of high school. And I also really appreciated that it has this small town feel to it, that's such a dichotomy with the idea of teleporting. You'd expect a teleporting show to be like, now we're in France, now we're in London, but it is stuck and it's trapped in this small town. And I grew up in Regina, Saskatchewan, and I know that feeling of, even though it's a city, like of knowing everybody on the street a little bit, and so much of season 1 is about secrets and the secrets that get out, and you really can't have many secrets when you're in a small town or a small city.
Yeah, for sure. So okay. So who's going to spill the beans a little bit about season 2? Are we going to see a little bit more about the relationship develop between Jenna and Towns, and what's going to happen with Deputy Anna? So give us a little bit of a teaser. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in general, Henry starts to explore whether or not she can control this newfound power that she has, and realize that there might be others out there like her. And so that world starts to infiltrate Henry a little bit, which spills out into the rest of our storylines as well, as Anna starts to realize that there might be something going on with these kids in Reston. Henry's not sure whether Anna's an ally or not, and Anna is trying to get to the bottom of it, and we start to see her kind of get a little frazzled and as she gets deeper and deeper and is not sure who to trust and what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's, as Enuka was saying, there's this real gray area of who's good, who's bad, and how do your actions represent that. And for Towns, he really sees things a little bit black and white, and he wants superheroes and he wants villains and to categorize them like that. And that line gets a little bit blurry in season 2, and the idea of being a loyal sidekick becomes a little bit more difficult for him too.
Yes, and as Lauren LaFranc calls us, there's a lot more Jounds antics in season 2. But I think what's interesting is, as Daniel is saying, as a lot of things are black and white for Towns and like good, evil, superhero, supervillain, Jenna is kind of the sensible one, and she's trying to always bring us back to reality. So even though Jenna and Towns together are doing their best to help Henry, they have very different ideas of what that means. That might create some friction. And just for us both helping Henry, like, will we help her or hinder her? We don't really know what we're doing. So that's an element as well in the season.
I often think of Jenna and Towns as Henry's angel and devil on both of her shoulders.
Yeah, it's so cool. It really is something to look forward to. I know people are going to really love season 2, I'm sure. And just quickly before I go, Daniel, I have to express my love for your sister Tatiana, of course, who is just so phenomenal. I need to know, are the two of you ever going to do something together?
We'll see. I don't know. I hope so. We worked together more when we were younger, so maybe someday.
Yeah, well, okay. I got to keep come on. You got to keep that Canadian kinship going and everything. Yeah. But listen, I am just so proud as a Canadian that the three of you are starring in this show. You're representing us so well. It's a really great show, and keep coming back here to Toronto to shoot, season 3. Okay, promise me that.
Thank you
so
much.
Very much.